Good morning, brothers. Craig James here from MasculineByDesign.com. You can give me a follow on Twitter at Masculine Design. I see, as a lot of you do, how society, how technology today have merged together in such a way that it's nearly impossible for us to break away from all the stimulation that exists around us, all the apps, all the opportunities for us to seek validation, for us to seek those hits of dopamine from getting likes, positive comments, shares, and on down the line. Along with this milieu that we find ourselves in, where there's always something to be entertained by, there's something to garner our attention, something that beckons us to spend time engaged with it in order to gain some perceived value. In the midst of all of that, men are losing touch with the value and the power of solitude and silence. I spent a little bit of time this past weekend down in my basement, and I was throwing darts. It's something I used to do, after college. Started playing in a dart league, and really enjoyed that. And the reason I like darts, the same reason a lot of men like to play golf, is because darts is something where there are no external factors. You know, something like baseball or basketball, these team sports, there are things that are outside of your control that somebody might do, or refs might make a bad call. But with darts, it's just me and the board. There's nobody that can beat me but me. And so I really enjoy that aspect of it. And as I'm downstairs, just getting a little bit of peace and quiet, just really was a reminder that men need to get away. We need to quiet our spirits, quiet our minds. I spend a little bit of time in prayer a couple times every day. That's another way that we can center ourselves. I know a lot of men are getting into meditation, and there's a reason for that. Men are recognizing the value and the power that those times of solitude and just cleansing their mind has for them. You're just sitting there without all the distractions, without everything vying for your attention, without trying to focus on how you can find some form of validation as a man, and just sitting in the still of your spirit. Another way that I find value in solitude is getting out in nature. There's a trail behind my house with some woods in it, and I spent some time walking through it with my family earlier this year. And I need to be better about getting back there and just enjoying nature, enjoying the life that abounds outside. The animals, the plants, the noises, the wind, the sunlight, all of these things that truly do rejuvenate a man's spirit. But what do? We spend our time driving to and from work in our vehicles. Most of us spend our days at work inside under fluorescent lighting in an air-conditioned room or a climate-controlled room. And we're not outside. We don't get that rejuvenation that being out in nature provides just in our day-to-day normal functions. 100 years ago, that wasn't the case. 100 years ago, a man's work predominantly had him outside, out in nature, dealing with the elements. We have to be intentional about going out of our way to inject that into our lives today, men. So if you're finding yourself feeling overwhelmed, as I often do, feeling myself just very burdened with all of my obligations, with everything going on, and it's just really hard to filter through it all and understand what my highest priority is. If you are struggling with that right now, I know it's counterintuitive, because you think going and spending 20 minutes by myself and not really focusing on being productive or doing these things that I know need to be done, how is that going to help? But I promise you that it will help. It will help to cleanse your mind. It will help you to filter and organize through all of those things that are weighing you down, so you come out of that time more prepared to attack the things that need to be attacked. It's the same thing with prayer. You spend some time alone with your Creator, it regrounds you, it recenters you. If you are being honest and genuine with your prayer life and your prayer time and your time in front of Almighty God, who knows the desires of your heart, He knows everything about you. He knows what you need far more than you do. And you lay that out and spend some time poring over that, and then also spending some time in silence so that your mind can process and God can speak back to you. Sometimes in obvious ways, other times in much more subtle ways, and in ways that you don't even realize until after the fact. You spend some time just being quiet, being still, and organizing the things that are burdening you, the things that you need to be doing as a man. So that's what I have for you today, man. If you're not spending time in solitude, spending time in silence, quieting your spirit, organizing your thoughts, giving your mind a break from all the stimulation, all the fear, all the rhetoric that is just we're bombarded with all day, every day, you are missing out. Find some time, at least once a day, even if it's just 5 minutes. Find some time to be alone, be quiet, pray, meditate, spend some time outdoors. The value that it will bring to your life in the short and long term will be immense. If you have any comments, any questions, anything you'd like to add to this conversation, leave them below this video on YouTube. Give me a subscribe if you enjoy this video. I produce at least one video a week. At least that's been the trend. I try to do more than that. And so if you want to be notified, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell ringer button, give this video a like, let YouTube know that you enjoy this message of pro-masculinity that I am bringing on a regular basis. You can check out the blog at masculinebydesign.com. My latest article is on the fact that a man's mission never ends. I've gotten some good feedback on that. A lot of men have found value in spending the couple of minutes reading that post. You can check that out again, masculinebydesign.com. Beyond that, if you would like to join a group of men who are all committed to doing the things necessary to be high-value men, to be accomplishing men, to be men who don't settle and who are intentional about doing the things necessary to optimize their lives and the lives of those who depend upon them. Check out what I am doing with my tribe inside of the Fraternity of Excellence. You can do that by going to fraternityofexcellence.com. Check out the membership options we have there. Get signed up, and I'll see you inside. All right, man, that will do it. Until next time, this is Craig James from masculinebydesign.com. I'm out.